Shout out to most radio, hashtag TO radio, hashtag TO media, hashtag too many hashtags get hashtagging out. And we're back, man. Jay Shepherd. Y'all already know what's going on, man. Y'all know the vibes. We're back in here with another artist, man. Y'all already know how I feel about music. Music imitation, artistry. That's what we on. Up and coming. Up and coming. I'm not saying new to this, but definitely true to this from what I've heard. You know what I'm saying? Met him about a month ago.
Yeah.
Met him about a month ago. Started kind of like tapping into the music a little bit. Did my research. Realized he's been making music a little longer than expected. And his journey is not, I would say, traditional because he got a couple of hustles. This music thing ain't the only hustle, but we're gonna get into this with this interview, man. So we're gonna get into it, man. Jay Bino, bro.
Yeah, what's up with it?
How's it going, man?
Oh, it's going good.
North side.
Oh yeah.
All
day.
Look, anybody that comes up here that's from the north side of Houston, I always got to give them a little, like it's a little more love, bro.
Yeah, I feel good to be,
You know what I'm saying? But first of all, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You good, bro?
Yeah.
You good, bro? You should be good because you dropped a good body of work, man.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? First things foremost, I want to just get into this. Your new project, So Much More. But before we get into So Much More, I had to tap into your previous music, you know what I'm saying? I had to tap into the history.
Yeah.
First impression. 2018. I tapped in all the way back then.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
My first thing I'm gonna ask you is, how long have you been doing music, and then like when did you realize music was for you?
Probably like seriously, I've been doing music. It's like seriously, probably like since 2018 when I dropped that tape. But I've been doing it probably like since like I started probably like after I graduated really. I had been around it though.
Been around all the time?
I started probably like 2016, like just going to studios with my partners now.
For sure. So let's say 2016 kind of been around.
Yeah.
2018 start putting.
I started really
putting that foot in on the grind with the music.
Yeah.
And I seen it, bro, cause like you've worked with some people around here.
Yeah.
You know, even on your first day, you went with the Enzo and then Lil Zach. Shout out to Lil Zach, we went to school together. So when I seen that, I was like, okay.
That's when I first started. Like I didn't really know too much about it, but I was just like, man, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta be in here. You know what I'm saying? So I just go in the studio every day.
And what was that transition like? Because I'm gonna get into your other hustle, but what was that transition like from just being around the guys who's making music to you being the one in the studio actually making music?
Well, like it was like when I be in the studio watching, it's like I just be like paying attention to like, man, that's how they getting on it, like or like certain like ways how they being fluent with it, cause like at first I used to write out my music, and then I started punching in, cause I was just watching them. I'd be like, dang, they getting right in, they getting in it quick, like. So I just paid attention to that.
For sure, you just kind of have to figure out your own style, your own way. That makes sense because I feel like one person's style might not be your style. You know what I'm saying? One person might gotta go into the studio with the notepad and the pencil, and ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Your style, you said a little different. I'm going, I'm say, do. Think about it, do. But what comes out of it is still a good project. You know what I'm saying? Which that is a good thing. So like, from first impression, right? Like, okay, 2018 is 2021 right now. So 3 years ago, do you go back and like listen to your first work and be like, like
probably like a couple months ago when I was in the studio and then like somebody asked me how long and I went and showed them like I was in the studio. I was like, I can show y'all. You know what I'm saying? They was like, you really want to show? I was like, I ain't got a problem. I'll show y'all because it just showed the elevation. You know what I'm saying?
Some people that they like can't look at. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I look at like my first interview I ever put up on YouTube, because it's still up there from like 2017.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a moment.
I don't really jam that tape. I don't really jam it. But like
it's a part of the story.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? I know where I came from with it. Like I'm at the point now where I done figured out my sound and. You know what I'm saying?
You took your steps, the strides to figure out, what your sounds and your go-to is. So now let's talk about the new joint, man. Let's talk about this status, man. Let's talk about this bust down. Let's talk about
all on fire,
bro. Let's talk about So Much More, man. What do you think is different from this tape that you just put out than like any other like project that you've done?
With this tape right here, it was more like, I feel like this tape was more like all my tapes was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like up into this one, but build up into this one, but this one's more like, I felt like it was more so like me being real with myself, like knowing like, okay, if I get in there, like, what do I really want to do today? Like, how do I feel? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Versus just like, oh, I'm just trying to do this because, you know, everybody like this. I kind of went with how I felt.
You kind of went with what was on your heart?
Yeah.
And you really locked in with some people, man. You EXO,
Yeah.
my boy, Sergeant. That's the main guy you locked in with. That's who I met you through.
Yeah.
Sgt Jay. Shout out to him. Shout out to 1501.
Yeah, I fuck with Sarge.
So like, how was it like creating with him? Because he on his producing journey, I feel like he's ascending too. So like y'all two both kind of elevating and makes like a great match. Like, how was it working with him?
And it's crazy because like, I think I had met Sarge. I ran into him at this little bowling event we had.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like just, you know, he was with some people that I knew. And then like, we ended up following each other. He got on Instagram. He was checking out work and stuff. He was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, we need to get something in. But like right after that, I ended up getting with this record, getting with this producer. You know what I'm saying? We did this record called Walking.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know that he had helped, you know, produce it.
Right.
So I ended up did that. I was like, oh, I said, send it to him. So we sent it to him. He sent me some more beats. And then eventually he was just like, pull up to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with you, like, you hard, like, pull up to the studio. So I pulled up. His vibe was just, like, lit, like, right off the bat. Like, I don't even, like, really work with everybody. Like, I kind of go off vibe, and, like, he had that vibe. Like,
yeah, and I'm kind of glad you got that mindset because you can't. I feel like you shouldn't work with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to be like in a rude way. I just feel like no matter what field people in, you know what I'm saying? For your case, it's artistry, it's music, or just in general with people with business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Everybody ain't for you.
yeah.
So like you found a producer in this sense, like, yo, I like this beats where I'm rocking and locked in. And you gave me my new little workout song. Figure It Out.
Yeah.
I'm going to the gym after this tonight, bro. I'm about to be in that beat.
That was the first record we did. Like,
how did a track like that come together? Like, he just first beat he pulled up, you just hopped on it, or like, what's up?
nah, it was more like, man, he was when I first came in, he was cooking up a beat, you know what I'm saying? And then like, I was just, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that I was gonna really end up recording. I thought we were just cooking up beats together, and we was gonna, you know what I'm saying? He was gonna send them to me.
Mm-hmm.
But he ended up like, you wanna knock something out? Like, we can knock a couple out, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really could do a tape, you know, that's what he said.
Right.
So I was like, play some of them. He played like 3 of them, and that was the one that stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, man, this is hard. Like, man, load it up.
Man, I feel that. That's dope. I feel like I like when I hear like organic chemistry, organic connection between creators for sure. And Sgt Jay is an alum of this show, TO alums. That's what we call people that have been on the show before, if you didn't know. And now we're gonna hop back into the music, but I gotta get into this second hustle, bro. Because when I met you, bro, I met you on some artistry stuff, on some music. You know what I'm saying? You already know where I'm going with this, right? And so like, I started going through the IG, bro, and I started seeing this dude. He cutting hair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool, Barber. You gotta make some money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hustle.
Got to.
But I'm like, ain't no normal person just cutting Jay Prince hair.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no normal person just cutting all these rappers' hair. One was 21 Savage?
Yeah, 21 Savage. Like Black Youngster, Metro Boomin.
Oh, I'm about to say, see, look, you can't just drop names like that subtly. Nah, cause people gonna be like, oh, so he, you know what I'm saying? But like, even with that hustle, bro, do you think like